No music today, episode number 8, 725 and Larry G Unscripted Special Morning Edition. About to make it do what it does. Here with Larry G. Well, he's not actually here, but you know what I mean. He's back in the San Fernando Valley, and I'm still right here in Las Vegas. What up, Larry?
What's going on, man?
So, special edition. You actually sound like it's. Your voice sounds different today.
Yeah, I'm a little under the weather, but I mean, I'll be fine. I'll pull through.
So, how long has it been that you've been like this?
Um, about this is day number like three, I want to say.
Are you getting better? Are you at the point where it's like at its peak?
No,
Or
I'm better now. It was worse a few days ago, but I'm better now. It's just I sound a little weird, but overall I feel good.
that's good. That's good. So I heard that you were looking for a specific magazine. You went on a mission.
Yeah, I was looking for I think about a month and a half ago on Instagram I saw that they're gonna release Pro Wrestling Illustrated, like a new edition,
Hmm.
and they had Sasha and Charlotte on the cover. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that cover. It looks really nice. It's really good. And then I went to Hemet for like a quinceañera, and there was like a Target across the street from the hotel. And so I want to go look real quick. I mean, it's early, like, cause I did see it was coming out in June or whatever, but like it's really early. But what the hell? Let me go check. And I didn't see that magazine at all. And so, fast forward to, I think a few days ago, you found it. I'm like, oh damn, it's out already. That's cool. And so I went to, because you said you found it at Walmart,
Yeah, I
right?
found I found that at Walmart.
So I went to Walmart and went to magazine section. Nothing. I'm like, all right, well at least there's a Target nearby. So I went to Target. Nothing either. And so I'm like, man, I haven't seen this magazine at all everywhere, like anywhere at all. Like it's weird. And so I went to Barnes and Noble, and I went to the entertainment and the sports section, and blank, Drew blank as well. So I'm like, this is crazy. So I'm like, do they just not have it in California or something? But I haven't seen that anywhere.
Did they at least have any WWE magazines?
No, they had like they'd have like men's fitness with like John Cena on the cover. That's like the closest thing. Like there's like with John Cena on the cover. That's like the closest thing. And then they had like boxing magazines, but that's it.
John Cena on the cover for the 30th time, probably.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. But that's it.
Wow, that's kind of weird. I mean, over here, like I've seen the magazines usually at Walmart. I've never seen them at Target,
Hmm.
but usually I do see them at Walmart. So I didn't even know that cover was gonna be coming out, but I always go check out the section because I always like to like just skim through them.
Yeah.
So I'm at Walmart in Henderson walking around, and I wanted to buy something, so I check out the figures. They didn't have anything intriguing, so I'm like, man, I feel like I drove over here for nothing, you know. And I don't know where I just had to let me go check the magazines. And I hadn't even looked at the cover yet, but I saw Charlotte's eyes like standing up
Okay.
because it was behind another magazine. So I knew that was Charlotte. I knew that was Charlotte because she had the little crystals on the side of her face, or those
Oh
those
yeah,
the
yeah, that's
sparkle
right.
thingies.
Hmm.
So I told her I was like, I'm just gonna buy this, you know. And I hadn't even seen the cover yet. And then I pulled it out. I'm like, whoa, because you know how Sasha's so short. So then I pull out the
Yeah,
magazine.
yeah.
I pull out the magazine. I'm like, oh wow, like it actually has both of them on the cover. So that's how I found it. I wasn't even looking for it or anything. It was just like,
That's the only thing with me. Like when I don't want to buy it, I find it, and when I want to buy it, it's just like this one moment that I actually want to buy it. It's like I don't see it anywhere. But when I don't really care for the magazine, I don't want to buy it. I see it everywhere. But that's just how it is with everything, you know. When you want to look for something, it's not there.
you're right. It's whenever you. It seems like the harder you try, the harder it is.
Yeah. When it comes to figures too, it's just you want to look for something, it's never there. But then when you don't care for it, you see like 20 of them.
Yeah, if you're just at Target randomly showing up for some food or whatever, and then you just go check out the toy section, and all of a sudden that rare figure is just sitting there by itself.
Yep, exactly. That's
It's,
what I learned.
seems to be the case a lot of the times, unless you bust the 20 Walmart's mission, you know.
Yeah, this is going everywhere for it.
And I remember that was normal for us. Now I can't even get up for three.
Yeah. Now it's just like can't really do the whole travel city to city mission.
It's hard, man. Like it's really a grind, especially when you're at store number 5 and you haven't found anything.
Yeah, you just like, man, what am I doing?
Yeah, what am I doing with my life? You know,
What am I doing? Should just go home.
it's tough. It's tough. But
Yeah.
this is an early edition because we right here in Vegas. I'm expecting some visitors, so if we sound like we barely woke up, we probably just did.
Yeah. I was just laying down, man, and then like, want to do it. Like, what, let's do it. Let's get episode 8 over with. Let's do it.
I mean, we haven't missed one yet, so
Nope.
if we've done anything right, it's consistency.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
Consistency breeds success.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna move on to Raw, which this was the week for Superstar Shakeup. For all those that don't watch WWE, basically what that means was that some of the wrestlers from Raw were probably going to move to SmackDown, and some of the wrestlers from SmackDown were probably going to move to Raw. And what do you want to? I mean, right off the bat, how did you react to the John Cena music dropping?
I was just like, oh crap. It's just like surprised because it's Raw. You hear it, like, okay, well, this started off with a bang, and then obviously The Miz and Maurice come out, and then I was like, oh damn, shocking that they jumped to Raw.
For
And the only thing I'm gonna miss is that they won't be on the Miz won't be on Talking Smack anymore. So that's the only thing I'm gonna miss about it.
That is true, but will he be on Raw Talk, or does that even happen every week, or is that just Raw?
No, that's like it's like once a month, like once every 2 months.
Why don't they do it?
I
Why?
don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why they don't do it. But with the Miz on Raw, they have to do it now because you can't just like not have him talk after the show and do his thing.
I mean, he's obviously known for that. You know, that's a big part of his image now. The whole
Yeah.
the interview portions of him post show. You know,
Hmm.
honestly, when the music dropped, I was like, no way. Like, wait, like have I been fooled? Like, is John Cena legit gonna be on Raw now?
Yeah.
But then I studied. I looked at the running movement of the man, and I knew it wasn't him. I was like,
Nope.
nah, he's too small. That's not. That it looks like the Miz has hopped on to Raw, you know.
Yeah.
But
And then that's when then what Dean Ambrose came out.
Dean Ambrose comes out after Nikki and John Cena, quote unquote, are in the ring, and even though I was getting a little bit over it already when they talk about the marriage and all that,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like now they're overdoing it. So I was like, I hope it doesn't carry on because I think we've seen enough, you know.
Yeah.
But then obviously they're having their talk about why they got married, blah blah blah, mocking the couple. And then, like you said, the Dean Ambrose music drops, and apparently the fans go wild. Did you go wild as
Yeah.
well?
It was just, I mean, to expose two big stars of SmackDown, it was pretty cool. Like right off the bat, I'm like, man, they're really, bringing the big guys over. So it was pretty cool. And then they made a whole big fuss about the IC title coming to Raw now, and so that was nice. I liked it. I mean, the whole thing with the whole fire with Dean Ambrose, kind of went away already, but. This is fresh. This is cool. So at the same time, I kind of got that back.
I kind of felt like it sparked them up a little bit, but I think it's gonna be a really short spark. You know, like you said, he's already pretty much his character has pretty much died out. You know,
Yeah.
and it did feel a little bit like his glory days. You know, when his music dropped,
Yeah.
at least for that split second. But once he got back on the mic and he was pulling out his not funny jokes,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, like,
Yeah, that's what I think. It's not gonna be like a long term thing. It's just kind of like for in the moment kind of thing, and
yeah,
then after that, it's just gonna go like back to like how he was.
it's definitely for the moment.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna catch any steam. I don't think it's gonna catch any momentum. So
yeah. It was just cool to see a fresh face on Raw, you know, and then that's it. And then they'll probably next week or in 2 weeks they'll probably be back to like how it was when he was on SmackDown, just like bland and whatever.
I do agree with you though. I think it was a nice moment, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really spark any interest in me. Um, moving on from that, your boys, the Revival against the New Day.
Yes. Yep. They got the another rematch and another great match. And apparently they hurt Kofi Kingston's ankle or whatever, so he was out on Monday, and he's gonna be out for some time. It seems because he had surgery, so you could assume he's gonna be out for a while. So the Rival did their thing, and took the W again.
Did you did you happen to catch the tweet with Kingston's surgery prior to Raw, or did you learn about the injury after the
I
conversation?
saw it before Raw. Yeah,
Yeah, WWE is not good as far as keeping information from the fans.
yeah,
And sometimes they do it themselves to themselves, you know,
exactly. Yeah,
which I don't understand what's the point of that. Like I feel like I mean if you're not on social media, then obviously watching the show is gonna inform you of what happened. But if you are, like a lot of the time, they themselves tell you what already happened or
yeah.
what's gonna happen.
I think they like live tweet the show too. So, which is a big reason why I stay off it.
Yeah, so Revival wins. Um, Obviously, I think now we know why they did get on a low two fight win streak here. I would have to say that it has to do with the fact that the New Day is, well, as we know now, they're moving on to SmackDown, right?
Yeah, we're moving on to SmackDown.
So it kind of adds up as to why the Revival was winning, but it was a nice way to, I would say, to set them up for the future, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. And that's like we were talking about last week. It's a great tag team to go over.
So it looks like WWE is gonna try to give them a push. I mean, the match was okay for me. The ending was cool. Woods flying from one rope to the other was unexpected. What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean shades of Shane McMahon.
Yeah, very Shane-ish.
Yeah,
You know,
you got the elbow drop in there,
elbow drop. Yeah,
coast to coast.
he was. Oh, now let's get. He was pretty good. Like I've never seen that side from Woods.
Yeah, so this is cool, something different. Kind of like, hey, it's my last time here, and let me just do a little something flashy, and then you know,
Yeah. So now moving on to our boy, Curtis Hawkins.
damn. That was what you think about that? Seeing him on Raw.
I want to know what you think.
I was just like, nothing big. I mean, I was just like, oh well, he's in the job of a fresh batch of wrestlers now. But I every time I see him, I think they're gonna introduce someone new, you know.
And
But I thought another person from SmackDown was gonna come in, but it ended up being the Big Show, and it's just like, yeah, this kind of killed it.
now, prior to this jobbing role at WWE, did you know anything about Curtis Hawkins? I mean, Kurt Hawkins.
Did I like him? Did I know who he was before
Like before
he?
he became this jobber,
Yeah, just from the times with Zack Ryder and stuff like that.
was he any good?
I mean, I believe they were tag team champions. So at the time, yeah, actually, yeah, they were tag team
So he's been
champions.
around for a while.
So he was, yeah, and this was back when the like the old champions back in the Jeff Hardy and Edge and Christian. You know how the Dudley Boys, how that those tag titles
Yeah.
looked. That was back in that era. I mean, a little after that, but that's how long ago it was, where the titles still look
So
like
he's
that.
been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, because my coworker was telling me that he's like, I don't understand why they're doing that to him. Like he's actually pretty decent, you know.
yeah.
I'm like, if I were him, I don't think I would want to work there anymore.
right? And it's weird how people end up staying, like despite their role.
I mean, I guess it beats working at Starbucks or having a regular job, you know?
Definitely.
Like me and my girl were having a conversation about this guy because when he came out, I told her I was like, "Poor, not again. Like he doesn't even get a music intro." I'm like, I already know what's gonna happen to him.
Yeah, he just
Yeah, he's
shows
gonna
up.
get beat up again. And she's like, "Who's that guy?" I was like, "Some guy that just shows up to get beat up." Like I was like, if I were him, like I would feel horrible. I mean, all the work I put in just to get to this point, so I could just get beat up every week.
Yeah, that's like his
You
role.
know, like looking at it from from a personal human being perspective, like the way he's being treated is it's just bad, man.
Yeah,
I mean, is he living the dream? Like, is this what his dream was, dude?
probably not exactly, but part just being there is part of it.
Just
I'd hope.
sometimes I wonder, like with these wrestlers that never get pushed. Like, I wonder what their mentality is, like when they actually receive roles like this. You know, like because obviously everybody's trying to be the best. You know,
Yeah,
and everybody's working hard and learning the business. But some of them just get stuck in these roles. Like him and Jinder Mahal are basically the same guy. You know, they get stuck in a position where they're never pushed.
yeah. Um, in a way, yes, but Jinder Mahal, his role's a little better, but not as bad as Kurt Hawkins. But at the same time, he's also like he's a mid card guy, or he's stuck where he's gonna be there for a while, or at least for for as long as we could see, as long as we know. But yeah, it's a little better, but because he actually has matches, he doesn't just come and lay down for a guy. He kind of like he has a chance to wrestle. I mean, sure he may not win, but I mean at least he has some time, and he gets to interact. Like for example, with this, he has a little thing going on with Gronk, so that's pretty cool. But as in Kurt Hawkins, he just comes and has these like 5 minute
Not
matches,
even.
or he gets knocked out.
Yeah, you're right. At least the other guy gets to showcase his skills. This guy, he gets punched in the face and it's over.
Yeah, it's
Or
over. Or the perfect 10 comes out. And he has like a little like 4 minute
or
match, 3 minute match, and
or
that's
dirty
it.
deeds right off the bat.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So for Kurt Hawkins, I mean, if anybody is interested in a Kurt Hawkins autograph, you can go to ringsidecollectibles.com and they have a portrait 8x10 for $5.99. So this is free promo.
Free promo, man. We ain't getting paid for
We're not getting
this.
paid for this. This is a guy that I've never seen him win. So now I kind of want to buy that autograph.
Okay.
Moving on from this guy. Um, so I still don't understand what was the point of Big Show coming out. I mean, everybody knows that Big Show is Big Show. Like he doesn't need a jobber to get a quick win. You know. So that
Yeah.
was just weird. That whole segment was just weird. Felt like a filler for sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is interesting to talk about, and I want to know how you feel about this because you watch the cruiserweights. You know, you're the guy that
Hmm.
I would consider the cruiserweight expert from the two of us because I don't give it any time. You know.
Yeah.
So I want you to lead us into this whole match between T.J. Perkins and Austin Aries and everything that happened before and after the match.
Yeah, so before backstage, Neville's getting his promo. The usual promo, like no one cares about me, blah blah blah. So TJ Perkin comes out, pretty much saying, I could beat you. Um, I'd be a good challenge. And then Neville pretty much tells him he's pretty much telling him like you're like me, like you're just overlooked. You're not what you used to be. You're nothing. You're
He
nothing
starts
now.
he,
And then
he
he
starts to
pretty much
brainwash him.
yeah
Brainwash him.
yeah he brainwashes him, gets into his head, and gets and then pretty much turns him against Austin Aries by saying he's taking all your opportunities and this and that. Pretty much brainwashes him, and then Austin Aries comes out and tells them. tells him that he's fought and he's earned those opportunities and stuff like that. And then he asks like TJ, like, you're not really gonna believe him, are you? And TJ's kind of like, gives him that look and like, walks off. And then it pretty much sets up a match between them two, and then T.J. Perkins ends up, I think it was like a roll up,
Yeah, he
a
catches
roll
him
up
from
win,
behind because Aries is too busy staring at Neville. Comes back into the ring,
and that way
gets
he
rolled
comes
up.
out.
1, 2, 3.
So T.J. Perkins gets the win, and turn of events, T.J. Perkins bashes and attacks Austin Aries after the
Good, good,
match,
good.
which I guess makes TJ heel now.
We have
And yeah,
and fans are chanting, "You still suck." Did you catch? Did you catch
so I
that?
guess the fans
Did you
they're
catch that
not.
though?
Yeah, I did. I
Oh
did.
gosh.
You still suck. That sucks though. I guess that they're not
So,
impressed. They're not impressed with the heel turn. Whether he's babyface or heel, they don't care.
so T.J. Perkins, for anybody that doesn't know, is basically a his image is basically that of a teenager. Okay, he's I think he's Filipino, right? He comes
Hmm.
out, he does the dab, which is like really
The
old
dab.
now. Like who does it? Like who dabs? You know? So he does the dab and he has this little kid image, a grown man with a little kid image, and that's his character. But apparently, he's supposed to be very relatable to children, but apparently now he's gonna be a bad guy.
Yep.
So I mean, I was happy. I was happy that he attacked Ares because I always like betrayals. I'm always into
Yeah.
that. I think it started because of Michaels and Janetti. Like that just
Yeah. I was like
OG.
OG.
Probably the biggest heel turn of all time. Owen and Brett. There was a heel turn there, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. But I don't think it actually helps him. What about you?
I think. I mean, this is good. Give him something. Give him a new role, and we'll see. I mean, hopefully it helps him out because I mean, it is true. He's been. I mean, he was the inaugural cruiserweight champion, and he was like big time. And then in a matter of months, he's become nothing. So I hope this does help him out.
Now, my girl wants to know: is he still gonna be dabbing?
Oh, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Well, we shall see. Actually, I'm gonna have to watch 205 Live to find out if he comes out. Yeah, I think he's gonna come out. So I'm gonna watch that and find out. But yeah, it's interesting. See how he changes because he's very, like you said, kid friendly. He doesn't dab. He does all this little cool stuff. But we'll see if he gets rid of all of that or he still keeps some of it. But it's gonna be interesting.
I told her I was like, I hope he moves on from the Cam Newton move, the dab, right? And he
Yeah,
adopts the Des Bryant X.
that's it.
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah, we'll see. He might.
So you think it's a good move? I liked it just because I like when people get betrayed. Well, he didn't really
Yeah,
betray anybody, but he he betrayed
yeah,
himself because he's no longer a good guy. But I thought that was cool, and I thought the fans saying "you still suck" was fun. It was pretty funny.
yeah.
Seth Rollins' fate. I think I missed that. I think I fell asleep on that. No, actually, I do remember that. I believe Kurt Angle came out, right?
Yeah, he came out. Pretty much Seth coming out like no matter what happens, I'm not gonna jump to SmackDown and hide from Stephanie or the Authority. I'm staying and like fighting through whatever they want to throw at me, stuff like that.
I thought that was pretty corny. What about you?
Yeah, it was a bit
It
corny.
felt like he was over involving the fans. Like, I couldn't have done it with you
Hmm.
guys because
Yeah,
of you
exactly.
guys. Come on, man. Like, don't.
Very, very Hulk Hogan like.
Yeah, it was very, very Hulk Hogan like. Take your vitamins, say your prayers.
Uh,
I didn't like it. I mean, the only thing I liked was when Samoa Joe attacked him and Kurt Angle got in between them. I thought for a minute that Kurt Angle was gonna throw a punch.
yeah, I know I did because I mean I feel like I know with Daniel Bryan, I know they probably won't have him do anything like that. But with Kurt Angle, I feel like they'd allow him to throw a punch or a move in there. I feel like he has more freedom, and he has the door to wrestling still open with him, I believe. So I feel like they would allow him to get physical, but you know, time will tell.
My least favorite part was I did it. We did it. We slayed the King of Kings.
Oh
Well, what is this? Like, are you talking to peasants in the medieval times?
yeah, it seems like it.
You know, like, come on. Like, that was a joke to me. That whole segment was weird to me personally. And I like Seth Rollins, but I felt like that was kind of useless.
Yeah, I miss old Seth Rollins.
Um, so that was pretty quick. Didn't last very long. And then we had Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax.
Yeah, I mean, this was I was glad that they put this match, especially now that we know that Charlotte went to SmackDown. Because if she went to SmackDown, like, oh man, we never got that Charlotte versus Nia Jax match. You know, like that one on one.
Yeah,
You know, we had the Fatal 4-Way, but we never got that one on one. So having them do the little like turn on Charlotte and this little feud before she went to SmackDown was great, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match, and I enjoyed seeing these two go at it. And it's yeah, just it's always something when Charlotte loses, and it was a good match, and just now going over Charlotte was pretty crazy to see. Only because they have all the faith in Nia Jax, it seems, and her push continues to go up, up, up.
yeah, her push is definitely going up. I never saw that coming. I mean, I did see her as a dominant force, but it looks like they're definitely interested in. I mean, and that wasn't even her only appearance. She came back out later again and cleaned house. You know, and we'll get to
Yeah.
that, but it definitely seems like they're taking her serious. You know,
Hmm.
Charlotte. I mean, that was I guess that was her farewell match from Raw, but in Charlotte fashion, she obviously stole the show again. She did the moonsault. Man, she's pretty insane, dude. Like for her to be doing that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're risking
Definitely.
injury, especially in these matches that really don't mean much. You know?
Yeah. It's not just like a pay-per-view thing anymore. She's just doing this like every
Yeah,
match.
like she's going from the top of the turnbuckle, not even on the ring. Like we're talking about
Yeah. All
all
the
the
way up
way
there.
and all the way down. So, I mean, props to her. I mean, this is why she's probably the best female wrestler that I've ever seen.
Yeah. Definitely, you can make an argument for that. Or so it's definitely cool to see. She's definitely up there, and she's gonna do well in the SmackDown because I mean, I feel like the competition's not as strong. So I feel like she's gonna like dominate SmackDown. She's gonna be the Charlotte that we become used to seeing, just dominant and just reigning
Pay per view
supreme.
streaks all over again.
Yep, pretty much. With that, I mean, who else? I mean, because you got no Nia,
You can't.
all you have is like the only strongest contenders are like what, Becky, and I even though Naomi's champion, I still don't see her as the top threat to her because I feel like
Well, we already know once that title gets lost, that she's done. I don't see her being a two-time, three-time champ. Well, she's already a two-time
yeah,
champ, but uh,
yeah, anything past that,
I don't see it
you
coming.
know.
And the most weirdest match I've ever seen in my life, as far as the people that were paired, Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal.
Definitely a random match. It's kind of like I feel like it was like a warm up match.
Well, it was definitely a warm-up for Balor, but they could have. I don't know. Like to me, it just looked awkward the whole way.
Yeah, and then Jinder knocked Balor
Was that a
out.
real hit for him?
Oh, yeah, I want to say so because the way he reacted to that, and then like you can see
It
his
was red.
face. It was red because of the matte burn.
And
So I feel like he, and then I've been hearing that yeah he may be or he suffered a concussion or
I was
something.
thinking that
So I hope it's I hope it's nothing serious because you know we just have him
when I
back. We just had him back. So
when I saw that, I was like, I won't be surprised if they announce that he got a concussion, and
yeah,
it'll be injury prone Balor once again.
which sucks that's happening now in the main roster because NXT he was you know he had a good run without injury. So
I don't know, man. I hope he stays healthy because he's definitely an entertainer.
yeah, yeah, I hope so too. I hope it's nothing
You
major.
know, we need Balor because for me, Balor, not this Balor, but like Demon King Balor, reminds
Yeah.
me a lot of the early '90s characters.
Hmm.
You know, it's something that we really haven't seen in a while. You know, uh, I mean, I'm not gonna put him up there as high as the Undertaker or anything, but he could reach that status if he stays healthy. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
with that character.
Definitely the potential. There's
There's a
potential.
lot of potential there, and I would like for it to blossom. I don't want it to be a what could have been type of potential. You know,
Yeah, that always sucks.
that's especially when it's a talent like that or even a character like that. Like it's rare. Like you don't really see that anymore.
Don't.
So that was a pretty quick match. Balor wins the match. Then we had Miz versus Sami Zayn. That was a weak setup as far as how the match was made. I thought
Yeah.
it was stupid. I actually don't remember who won the match. Who won this match?
Sami Zayn.
Oh wow! So Sami wins.
I I I forgot how he won, but he won.
Yeah, this wasn't a very memorable moment from Raw.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about this though. Roman Reigns, the interview, and everything that happened after.
Definitely shocking. I mean, because you think after he smashed him with a little, what do you call it? A little like rolling thing. I don't know what it was. He smashed him against the wall. I thought it was over, but nope. He comes back. He's on the stretcher. He drops him, throws him, which was the most craziest thing I've seen. I like, all right, that's it. It's cool. It's over. He did his thing. He made a statement. But then what happens? They put him in the ambulance. That what the Strowman do? Comes out again and lifts the ambulance and tips that shit over.
Which I don't know what to make of that. I don't know like
That's very, very Attitude Era. Shit like that. Backstage segments with cars and
well the
stuff like
whole
that. And anytime you involve a car or anything, a vehicle, it's very Attitude
it
Era.
was definitely reminiscent of the Attitude Era, but I felt like well the whole stretcher thing obviously that thing was fake.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't see anyone on that
Well,
stretcher
besides
really.
that, if you watch the launching of the stretcher, like where it lands
Yeah,
past the pillar, and then when they cut back to it, it's behind the pillar. So
yeah.
so
So
they
it's
really
just
screwed
like,
that up, you know. So we obviously know that was fake, but it was very Attitude Era like in the sense that somebody was just getting their ass beat, to the point that they could die, you know. But the
yeah.
whole thing, like, how do you feel about that? Like, I understand. Did you like it? Did you think it was over the top?
It was a little over the top. I feel like it did nothing, but I mean, it was just cool to see. It was just something cool to see. Man, the fact the most thing is him tipping over the ambulance as opposed to doing it while someone's in there, or at least they're trying to make us think someone's
Yeah.
in there. But yeah, it's just for show. It's kind of like it's a little more to it. A cherry on top of well,
It was really cool, but it really felt like they're really playing on to this character that's supposed to be like almighty, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and definitely they're trying to do that, make it seem like this huge, strong guy, the immovable object right here, man, the mountain of a man. They're really trying to make him look like really powerful and stuff like
My only
that.
fear for Strowman is that his image is getting pushed so far up that he basically should never be allowed to lose.
Yeah, no, the way they're making it seem like, it's who could beat this guy the by the look at how strong he is, look at what he's doing. Like no average Joe wrestler can come and defeat him now. Like it's gonna take like a lot.
They're definitely setting him up real high, like beyond. So I've never seen anything like this. Like as far as making somebody look so dominant,
Yeah.
you know. So I expect big things from this guy because it would be dumb to make this guy look this powerful and then he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, if that does happen, I wouldn't be surprised. Like if they set up a match with Roman Reigns and he gets a couple Superman punches in the spirit and to defeat him, I could imagine that happening. And like, oh yeah, he did it. But I mean, I'm hoping they let him dominate. I hope it's not just like, oh, it's just a simple match. They set up a simple match with Roman, and he gets his win. I hope it's more than that, more to it than that, and I hope he actually, continues destroy people. And imagine they set up a match with Roman and he beats Roman. Like, oh my God, I'll do wonders for him. That'll be
That would,
crazy.
especially with the way the people hate Roman.
Yeah. So everyone, with the whole 50-50 booking and the whole, the whole good guy gets his win back. Like for them to set up a match and then Strowman, yeah, just dominates him again. That'd be really
That would be
special.
great. I would want him to dominate him too.
Yeah.
So then after that, the announcers were pretty quiet. It seemed like they didn't want to say anything, and then they finally announced that I guess Roman Reigns suffered a ton of injuries, whatever. Then we
Yeah.
have the eight man tag team match, which obviously was exciting when the Hardy Boys came out. But my
Hmm.
favorite moment was not the Hardy Boys. My favorite moment was El Vagabundo.
What is up with that? That was so random. Like he just comes out and that's it.
that's what I, that's what that was my favorite moment. El Vagabundo drifting. I don't even like the drifter, but I love El Vagabundo.
Oh, we definitely saw the
You
drifter.
know, but how did you feel about that? What happened?
Oh god. I don't know. I don't like him. So he came out. I don't know. I thought he was gonna involve himself somehow. But now that I think about it, you remind me like, dude, what happened? You just came out and that's it.
Did he did he
With this guitar
did
and
he
didn't
sit
do
down
anything.
and say a few
I don't
words?
know.
Did he?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I just remember him walking in with the guitar, and then they never talk about him ever again.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the hell?
And did you catch when Matt said delete?
Yeah. I caught it at the end.
That was pretty cool.
We just did it. Yeah. So
So is he allowed to do
let's
that
see.
or no?
From what I know, they're not quite sure. I mean, I guess they're in court for that, or they're fighting for those
Lawsuits.
rights. So as of now, the lawsuits. So I think it's between WWE and the wife that are like they're battling against TNA. Um, so I mean, hopefully they get to keep it because that'll be really special, really cool to see. If they could full blown just use that broken.
That would
That'd
be
be cool.
great. Now
If not, then we're stuck with Team Extreme
now
again.
if they even if at least he has the hair, you know.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
love the way he does like his arm thing where he has him out the
Hmm.
whole time, you know.
Yeah.
Um, Now if they were to go back to that, do you think Jeff would also be brother Nero?
I would hope so.
Because he
I mean, he, yeah. Actually, it would be. I mean, if they're gonna go broken, might as well just do it all the way.
not just broken Matt.
Yeah, because it'll be like, okay, you have like old school Jeff Hardy and like Broken Man, so you got like two different like personas. You got Jeff doing his old, being just classic Jeff Hardy, and then Matt being broken. But because if he turns to Brother Nero, he comes out with his like contacts on and all that. That'll be cool. I mean, definitely, I'd like to see that, especially in WWE.
Dancing Hardy,
It'll be
Dancing
great.
Hardy.
Yeah,
I like the way when he comes out. I like the little dance that he does.
yeah,
That's always fun.
definitely. Stuff we used to see back
Now
then.
let's get to the big moment. The moment that I thought was setting up what we've been waiting for.
Yeah,
I couldn't wait. My girl was like, "Oh, it's gonna happen. This is this is
that
what you've been
happened.
wanting." And then what happens?
Yeah, so we think it's gonna happen. Like, you had your issue, and Sasha's like, you had your moment. Well, that moment's over now. Like, oh shit. And then we
Dun
hear
dun
music.
dun.
And you know what? When I first heard that, I didn't process that it was
Oh
Alexa
shit,
Bliss
me too.
until you know. I just hear music like wait, and I'm just like, wait, whose song is this again? Or I must have thought it was some random one, some random person from Raw, you know. But like, oh shit, it's Alexa Bliss. Like once they show, the Titantron and everything, I'm like, okay. And then I was like going crazy, a little crazy right there. Because I like this move a lot. Her coming to Raw, mixing it up with the Raw women's roster is gonna be really fun.
So basically, me and Larry have been waiting for Sasha Banks to turn on Bailey, her best friend, to betray her. And we thought it was going to happen this week because it seemed like the setup was all there, right?
Yeah,
We
definitely.
thought it was finally going to happen. And then out of nowhere, the music of basically the top star on SmackDown for the women drops. And just like you and even her, we were like, "Wait, whose music is that?" It was like our brains weren't able to
Yeah,
process that music on Raw. You know what I mean? If I would have heard it on
yeah.
SmackDown, I already
Like,
know it
oh
was coming
shit.
out, but it was like, wait, what? And then she finally comes out. I'm like, wow, like you gotta be like you kidding me? Like at first I didn't like it. I was like, you're drying up SmackDown completely, But this is before obviously knowing who's gonna move over to the other side.
Okay, so right when she came out, you thought like, oh, SmackDown's writing up completely. So how'd you feel when Mickey James came out?
I mean, at that point, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, she hasn't really done anything relevant over there anyway. I
Hmm.
mean, she's basically been the side person to Bliss, and now obviously things are heating up between them since she kicked her or something on SmackDown. But when the
Yeah.
music dropped, I didn't feel like they lost much on SmackDown with
Hmm.
her. It could have been Natalia, and I would have felt the same way. Um, Obviously Naomi was not gonna come over, but if it had been Carmella, I think I would have felt like, damn, like they're really trying to take away everybody. Because I think
Yeah.
Carmella's gonna get a push. I think it's gonna happen. It'll be beyond the whole Ellsworth thing. So when Mickey James came out, I was like, whatever. What about you?
Yeah. I was happy because I know Sasha's been wanting to work with her. So like when she came out, like I could tell Sasha's like fangirling really hard, and I kept looking at her like facial reaction, see like how she reacted. Like is she just gonna like hold it in and like just continue being following your character, or is she gonna like smile and whatever? So it was fun seeing that. But I mean, it's gonna be cool. I mean, definitely these fresh faces on Raw, but Alexa Bliss mixing it up with Bailey and Sasha Banks, that's gonna be really really fun. And yeah, it makes me excited about SummerSlam after all these changes. Like anything could happen now. Like you got so much. You got AJ Nakamura on the same roster. You got Sasha Bailey, Mickey James, Alexa Bliss on the same roster. So I'm excited.
And then to top it off, um, obviously Nia Jax returned to the ring and just dominated everybody.
Yeah, like let's not get carried away. She was like, she came out. Let's not get carried away now, and just reminded everyone like who the top dog is, whose yard it
She's
is.
basically the Braun Strowman of the women.
Yeah,
So you should definitely be excited. A lot of surprises have been on the way. It's funny because me and you were having a conversation back in November about Survivor Series. This is before any podcast, and we were talking about how crazy it looked to see Banks versus Bliss. Remember?
yeah,
And now we can actually see it on a full time basis potentially.
yeah. It's really fun, especially when they have like their one-on-one moment and the match. I was just like, oh man, this is
Like this
awesome.
would be so dope if we can actually get it. We didn't think it would happen anytime soon, but the moment
Yeah,
it might not happen anytime soon, but there's definitely the opportunity for it to happen now.
yeah. It's there. The chance, the opportunity is there.
So sick. That makes me want to have a Bliss Banks dual autograph. That'd be on a card. Imagine they
Oh,
were to do that.
that'd be
Now I have a
amazing.
question for you though. Um, According to Tops, 2017 Undisputed is supposed to have the wrestlers by their roster.
Hmm.
Now, since it is coming out in 2 months, do you think that they're gonna have Bliss on SmackDown?
Oh, this is gonna be really interesting. We're not sure. I'm not. I don't know if they're just gonna continue, with the old how the old roster was, or if they're gonna like, oh shit, man, we need to shake things up and kind of like, update it. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna or if they're gonna be willing to update it or not. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either way.
I think that they're gonna keep the original roster, like on the
Hmm.
card. Like if it's an image of I don't know, Dean Ambrose, I think it's gonna say SmackDown on it. Because
Yeah.
I did read that they're supposed to have it set up in that way where they're gonna have the logo of, I guess, wherever you belong on the card.
Yeah.
So I think they'll do it just because that was the first. I guess that was the original roster, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
But if it were up to me, it'll be sick if you could, if they like, you know how they always do, like they always do those triple autographs, or the little booklet autographs, whatever. Not that
Yeah.
we ever
Yeah.
pull them or anything, but
No.
it'd be sick if they have one where it's like Bliss, Sasha, Bailey, and I don't know, James. I don't care, like,
Yeah.
or Jax, on one card. Like that would be pretty dope.
That'd be really
Even if you
great.
just have the opportunity to pull it, like obviously it's hard, but just the opportunity would be like, oh man, I'd be salivating for the potential chance of pulling a card like that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing if they last minute like, all right, we'll do the updated roster. That way we could put Sasha and Alexa Bliss together. Like if we do they do the autograph book or whatever, that'd be great.
And the final match was Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. Not much for me to say about it. I mean,
Yeah, just a little send off for Kevin Owens. Another loss. Just like Charlotte, he also lost and before he moved on to the SmackDown brand, the blue
blue
brand.
brand. So Kevin Owens loses to Ambrose, and the show comes to an end.
Yep.
So now we're gonna jump right into SmackDown, really quick here. So SmackDown, great opening. Kevin Owens, the new Kevin
Yeah.
Owens, right?
Right. Shaved and everything.
So what was your take on that segment?
It was great. It was definitely. I don't really see Kevin Owens as a SmackDown guy, but because I'm just so used to him on Raw. So this is definitely new, and it's gonna be great. I mean, I think it's gonna be great, especially like you said with the wrestlers on SmackDown, Nakamura's AJ Styles, which I guess might set up a match between them in the future if he retains. It's definitely fresh. That's what I like about the shakeup, man. You mix these guys up with different people, and it makes things fun again. So, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his move to SmackDown.
He did seem like a Raw staple, kind of like AJ Styles is a SmackDown staple. There's
Yeah,
certain guys that represent the franchise, so I didn't expect Kevin Owens to move. Uh, I'm glad he shaved his face because it looks like he's trying
Hmm.
to recreate himself. And I think all the
Yeah.
best wrestlers have done that. They usually tend to recreate their character. Um, so we're. I mean, I guess he's trying to be the face of America. That's what he said, right?
Yeah. New
And
face
that's
of
why he came
America.
out looking corporate. I hope he doesn't come out looking corporate all the time, though. I,
I don't think so, but we'll
I
see.
hope not. That would just be a gimmick. Um, so then Sami Zayn also gets introduced into SmackDown. That should be. I think this is when, since it is a land of opportunity, I think this is when Sami Zayn finally wins something. And then Baron Corbin and AJ Styles came out and blah blah blah. Not much to say about
Yeah.
that. So after that, we had what was it? What happened after that segment?
They just they just set up the match for the number one contender. Um and then I'm trying to remember. I actually don't have it in front of me. I just have like the list of people who came over and
I don't remember exactly what happened.
let's
I
see.
know Daniel Bryan came out and he told him something about payback.
Yeah. Pretty much well he said it's gonna be Kevin Owens versus Jericho, and the winner comes to
To SmackDown.
SmackDown.
So it's not even. I mean, I guess if Chris Jericho goes on vacation or not on vacation on his tour with the Rock Band, then I
Yeah,
guess Kevin Owens should be there because it would be weird if
yeah,
Kevin Owens goes back to Raw.
yeah. No, he should. Yeah, this tells me that that Chris Jericho goes gonna do his little tour. That Kevin Owens is here to stay, SmackDown to stay, and yeah. So that pretty much tells me that. And yeah, I mean, it's gonna set up a future match with fast forwarding to the match with AJ Styles. So, which is great. That's the first thing I thought about. Like, man, Owens versus Styles is gonna be great. And then bam, we just jumped to
That
it.
would be pretty dope. Uh, Question: do you or your brother own a Kevin Owens autograph?
Um, I'm not sure to be honest with you.
Because I don't think I've ever gotten one.
I want to say no because I was just showing my friend the hits we got, the
Yeah,
autographs, and I don't remember
Kevin
seeing
Owens.
Kevin Owens. Yeah, I just
So
don't.
he's elusive, just like Charlotte. Well, Charlotte's still elusive in cards. I still haven't gotten anything signed by her in any card products. Okay,
Oh
this
yeah.
was weird. Eric Rowan's music.
Oh yeah.
What was that all about?
That's I don't know. It's like a creepy song.
I mean, it was just weird. I was like, I understand that he's supposed to be weird, but the music was weirder than him.
Yeah. I was just like, cause at first they played it, like, what is this? What song is that? I'm like, oh shit, it's freaking Eric
And
Rowan's
he's wearing the
music.
mask, you know. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on here? So Bray Wyatt, I don't get it. He comes out on Raw, he comes out on SmackDown.
Yeah. I know. I was telling my brother, he has like two feuds going on. I mean, he's starting one with Finn Balor from what we saw on Monday, and then now he's continuing it with
Orton.
Randy Orton.
So I don't get it. I think that's gonna be one of those things where it just doesn't add up at the end of the day when it's done. Because
Yeah.
WWE is known to do that to themselves. Kind of like Emelina.
Yeah.
It just doesn't add
Yeah.
up. It's like they try to get creative and then they're like, oh, how do we fix this?
Yeah. That we
I
fix
thought
this
that
shit.
was weird. I don't know where that's heading. There's no way for me to tell. I mean,
Well, I think they're just gonna finish up this thing with Orton, and then from there he's gonna. I'm assuming Orton retains, and then from there he's gonna start his little program with Finn Balor.
I would enjoy that Balor versus Wyatt. That would be pretty
Hmm.
cool. Usos versus
Yeah.
American Alpha. Uh,
Once again,
Once
a good
again,
match. Those guys always have a good match, man.
it was another good match. These people go all out when they go at it.
Yeah, they go all out, and it always seems like Alpha's gonna get the win. Like I think the prior match too, and then the Usos come out on top again.
WWE is doing this in reverse. This is what they should have been doing in the first place.
Exactly.
And now they're doing it now that they've been champs. You know?
It was just like, oh man, that would have been a great way to build up Alpha. They're trying, they can't. They're like the underdog, right? They're trying to defeat these guys, and they keep trying. No matter how hard they try, they can't do it. And it'll set up and then they would definitely would have got the fans behind them, but they did it backwards, and
I don't know. I think that's the reason why Alpha hasn't gotten as much pop on the main roster.
no,
Be-
definitely
be-
they not like
Because
that.
they came in and a couple weeks in they're champs. You know?
Hmm.
It's hard to get
Yeah,
behind people that are gonna win like nothing. Like, well, what is there?
yeah, especially defeating what Bray and Randy Orton. It's just like,
Yeah, like
damn,
really put them over the top.
no
No,
struggle. Yeah, no
no struggle
struggle.
whatsoever. Again, Jinder Mahal working overtime, getting double pay
Yep.
here, time and a half actually. Going up against Mojo Rawley, continuing the WrestleMania, I guess storyline if you want to call it that.
Yeah,
Uh,
and of course, Gronk is there because they are in Boston.
Gronk is there, and this time Gronk throws the beer at Jinder Mahal's face.
Yeah,
That was whatever to me. What about you?
yeah. I mean, it was definitely entertaining when they put these guys part of the story. They use these guys part of the story. Gronk gets his like little revenge, and he ends up dumping the beer back at his face. That's pretty cool. But other than that,
Was that the end?
just I would think so.
I think it
Yeah.
was Gronk feeling uncomfortable that he had a drink thrown on his face, so he.
Right. And they kind of missed them though.
That is
But
true. He got him on the side.
yeah, come on the shoulder, and then I think whoever was behind Gronk got the most of
That's
it.
messed up. Uh
But Junior definitely got all of
yeah,
that
he took
though.
it straight to the face. Moving
Yeah.
on from that, Shane comes out, addresses the situation with the women's division. I thought it was weird that they had to play everybody's music.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh
Like,
man. I wanted. I mean, they wanted to keep the element of surprise, but I wanted them to do it like with Raw,
yeah,
like just have a regular old the woman come out do their thing, and then out of nowhere they come out. But instead of this, oh, we got new people coming in, and let me introduce you guys to them. It's just like I didn't really like that,
maybe Charlotte didn't want to work time and a half, like Jinder Mahal.
right? I mean, they didn't necessarily have to have a wrestle. They could have, unless I guess they didn't want to do the same thing they did with Raw, which I guess makes sense. But they could have introduced her somehow.
Honestly, I thought it was retarded the way that they set it up. Because obviously, when he started talking about her father is a Hall of Famer, uh, second generation superstar. Obviously, the initial thought is okay, Charlotte's gonna come out,
Yeah.
and then you bring out Tamina. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to make her feel horrible? Because obviously the fans were not waiting for her.
Yeah.
And then
They were definitely
and
not. And then they're chanting, "We want
yeah,
Sasha."
so it's like, what are you trying to do to this person? She just lost her dad.
Yeah.
I thought that was, I thought that was dumb.
I didn't really take it like that. I take it like it was just like the little fun little swerve Shane was trying to do. Not really. I didn't really see it as like disrespectful in any way, really. I mean, I could see it a little bit. Yeah, I could see it how it could be. But I mean, other than that, it was just like nice little fun swerve they tried to do. Yeah, it's a little how do you say it? It's a little sensitive, but I mean, I totally understand both sides.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it's like they always try to like clown around like a circus. They try to pull a trick up their sleeve, but it's not like it was a
Hmm.
surprise to me. Like, okay, Charlotte, they gave it away. I mean, when they were doing the promo on Raw for SmackDown, they show Randy Orton, then they show Charlotte. It's like, You're
Yeah.
basically telling us what's gonna happen, you know.
Hmm.
And then people are chanting, "We want Sasha, we want Sasha," while Tamina is walking down, or even right before Charlotte came out, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was like before Charlotte came out.
Charlotte didn't even have that much of a pop, which I thought was weird.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess they really wanted
You
Sasha.
know, so clearly Sasha's on the rise, and I mean Charlotte. I guess people weren't surprised either. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was a chance of Sasha coming out because the fact that they were in Boston, their hometown. So like, okay, that'd be cool. But at the same time, I'm glad that they decided to keep her on Raw.
I feel that this. I mean, we talked about it earlier, but I definitely feel like this women's division is really dried up right now. Like you only have one superstar, and
Yeah,
everybody else is
literally.
literally B C level.
Yep.
You know, like if I pair them up, Natalia versus Charlotte, I know they're friends and everything, but I just I can't see it. Like I know who's gonna win. Carmella versus Charlotte. Anybody, you know.
Yeah. It's just like it's a matter of time before she just. It's like with Neville when he came in. It's like it's only a matter of time before he takes the title. I feel the way it was same with Charlotte. Like it's only a matter of time before she takes the title.
Yep, pretty much. But here's the thing: if WWE was trying to make SmackDown the B level show or whatever, I think they're starting to accomplish it because they follow that up with Aiden English singing. I,
You're not a fan
I
of
was just staring at the TV like, what the fuck am I watching?
that?
Like, why am I even giving my time to this right now? I should be doing
Yeah.
NFL spreadsheets right now.
Right? Instead of listening to this guy sing like if he's on Broadway.
I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, I understand he lost his partner, but uh, he's good. I'm afraid that he's gonna be the next Kurt Hawkins. I think
Yeah.
that's what he's there for. Not that I'm a fan of him anyway. Like I do own his first card ever on NXT, and it's a refractor from Chrome. And I think I threw it in the trash or something,
Uh,
But come on, man. What did you make of that situation where you saw him singing?
I mean, he is like an actor or a singer type thing.
And,
So it's pretty much he's doing his pretty much playing himself in a way,
okay.
you know. So and then it's just he's got to get a new gimmick now that Vaudevillains are
Okay.
over. So I think it kind of suits him. Um, it kind of suits him, especially with this is Eddie Guerrero's son-in-law, so
This guy is Eddie Guerrero's
hope they're
son-in-law.
doing good with him. Yeah, he's married to Eddie Guerrero's daughter.
No way. I did
Yeah.
not know that, and I wouldn't expect that in a million years. So
Hmm.
this guy comes out, he sings. Perfect 10 comes out. He keeps throwing his hands up, throws his hands at his face, frustrates Aiden English.
Yep.
I believe Perfect Ten's pop was weak in comparison to obviously when he made his debut last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what to expect from Perfect Ten as his career.
Yeah. It's still like a work in progress. Like I mean, you're still like waiting to see.
The,
I mean, I don't expect him to get like a big push. I just expect him like I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like a guy.
like a Titus O'Neil type of guy.
No, not really. It's just like I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. Just
He's
like
not
I don't know. Just kind of like if it's old, how he used to be in NXT, like before he really got to the top, where he was just a guy who would like put people over. He's just like a guy, just a guy. Just you
so
need
he's
those
Robin.
guys. Yeah, like
No,
the
no,
Rodman,
Robin. He's not Batman.
Or,
He's he's not Batman.
yeah,
He's Robin. He's
nah,
just a guy. He shows up to work and he gets his wins
Oh, yeah, that's it. But it's good. I mean, yeah, he has a little win streak going on. So
against Hawkins and Aiden English.
yeah.
I don't know. I think that. I,
See, that's the thing. Obviously, it's not like the revival. Like, oh, dude, we're gonna put you over like the New Day. It's just kind of like we're gonna put you over like with these nobodies.
we're
Just
gonna
you
give you
know,
wins.
that's like he's gonna be a guy.
Does he ever hold the title?
I as of now I can't see it. I don't see it.
Did you have high hopes for this guy when he was in NXT?
No, no,
No.
no.
He just,
I when I saw him in Hollywood wrestle, that may have been like the match of the night.
yeah.
When I saw him, the fans were really into him. The tensions were out of control. They like, I think we started it where we started chatting 10 for everything. I never heard it before until I went to Hollywood, where we just started chatting 10 for everything. And I forgot who he had a match against. I forgot who. I think it's Buddy Murphy or no, I think
Oh,
Buddy
Buddy
Murphy.
Murphy. This is the big guy, huh?
Yeah, he used to be the tag team with Alexa Bliss, Buddy Murphy
Okay.
and Blake and Murphy. So one of the other guy. Um, that was a really entertaining match. Like, dude, this may be like the match. It's weird saying that,
Match
but
of
I
the
was
night.
like, I don't know if it was match. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. It was the most entertaining. I would say. I don't. I want to say match of the night. Like, oh, dude, the wrestling just off the hook. But I would say it was the most entertaining. Definitely the most entertaining match of the night.
So he really impressed you that night.
Yeah, just entertaining wise, like it was just really
And what
entertaining.
happened to Blake and Murphy?
I have no idea. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, dude, what happened to these guys? Because I know they broke up once Alexa Bliss got called up. They kind of broke up, and they used to be singles wrestlers. And I haven't seen. I don't know who the guy that's with Alexa Bliss. Think Blake. Think Blake. Yeah, I remember seeing him in Australia when
Yeah.
NXT was there, and that's like the last time I saw him on TV. And the other guy, man, I haven't seen him in God knows how long. Like, I didn't know they're still employed. Like, I haven't seen them.
What about some guy named Sabi Tino?
Oh, Sabatelli? Tino Sabatelli.
Yeah, is he still employed?
Yeah. He does, like, the Largos and the Fort Pierce shows and all those, the Tampa shows. And
You want to hear something
yeah.
funny about that guy?
What's up?
He was one of my he was one of my brother's favorite safeties.
Oh,
'Cause he
really?
played for
It was in the
played for the
Bucks, right?
Bucks, and he would always tell
Yeah.
me, I think his last name is Pisatelli. I think like his real last name.
Uh,
He would always be like, that was making plays all over the field. I'm like, why do you like that guy? And then before you know, he's out of the league. But he was really high on him
yeah.
as a safety. Even in Madden, like when we play Madden, he'll be like, "See, told you that was good." And then the other day, I
Damn.
find out that he's wrestling now, or I guess he's been
Mhm.
wrestling, right, for like a year or something, a year and a half maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's been around, but so now to the moment of the night on SmackDown, which I thought was the best moment. The best match was obviously the AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn match. That was actually a good match, but the
Mm.
best moment of the night was Shinsuke Nakamura. Would you agree?
Yeah. Coming out, confronting Dolph Ziggler.
Especially when he took the mic from him and he told him his name.
Mm-hmm. It was like he could barely say it with his freaking mouth guard.
He always has that mouth guard on.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this? How do you feel about what they're trying to do here with Ziggler and Nakamura?
No, I just hope they do something big with Nakamura.
Is this
But this is a nice little like setup. Like, all right, nice little beginners feud. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and I think Ziggler's gonna definitely do a good job at putting him over the top. Ziggler is like a Juice Robinson in New Japan, aka CJ Parker. or like he'd make you look really good. I remember when Wrestle Kingdom, Cody Rhodes had a match with you know
CJ Parker.
C.J. Parker, Juice Robinson, and he made him look really good. And I think Dolph Ziggler's role, that's his role to do that, to make Nakamura look really good. And he's going to do a good job at it.
So this is a. Do you believe this is a nice first step in the right direction for
Yeah.
Nakamura here?
Yeah. This would be nice before they make him a big time player, you know, when they set up matches. Because, I mean, the future is going to be him and AJ and him and, you know, KO and stuff like that. And so it's going to be fun. So before they do that, you know, they
They
kind
gotta
of
build.
like,
They gotta build you up. They can't just throw you into the fire.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Even though he's ready and been ready for the competition, but this, yeah, still need to build him up.
Even though the fans are ready, I mean, they're basically making the song out themselves. You know, after it's already over.
Yeah, yeah. Because they still chanting it and singing it.
I mean, this guy, I've never seen anything like it for a guy that still hasn't wrestled on SmackDown, but obviously they love the guy. You
Yeah,
know, he all he said was his name.
that's it. That's like the only words he said so
Yeah,
far.
and it's still he gets the most love from the fans.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so if they do this guy right, he's definitely gonna be a superstar on SmackDown if they do him right. You know, just
Yeah,
like and obviously he stays healthy, just like Balor for Raw. Obviously, those two seem to be the ones that are probably going to be the faces of the franchise. You know, AJ Styles built SmackDown. Kevin Owens
uh
is a
huh,
big name, but I think Nakamura has the opportunity to basically represent the entire roster.
uh
That would
huh.
be sick down the road
What?
if they were to, whoever becomes the best wrestler or number one contender on SmackDown, whatever they want to call it, and then he goes up against the best one on Raw. That would be
Mm,
sick. And then you have
yeah,
Balor versus Nakamura,
that'd be
blue
great.
versus red. You know?
Like, definitely, if anything, we're probably gonna have to wait till Survivor Series for that.
Yeah, that's true.
To the closest, you know. It won't necessarily probably be one on one match, but I mean, they'll get to battle it out in that tag team match that they usually do on Survivor Series.
That is true. Now, New Day is moving on to SmackDown. How do you feel about that move?
Yes, that's a good move. Definitely, like, you know, for them being the champs for that long and stuff like that. It's definitely time for them to face some new tag teams. You know, New Day against Alpha, New Day
It's
against the
gonna be weird.
Usos. Um, yeah, they're definitely different. Change of scenery, so it's good.
So, and were you disappointed when the club didn't join SmackDown or AJ didn't join Raw?
In a way, I expected the club to do what the Shining Stars did.
Or come in there and tear it up?
Yeah, I thought that Role's gonna go to the club, but I guess that they wanted to introduce the Shining Stars
Yeah.
instead, which is like whatever. But yeah, that would have been cool because like at first I thought AJ was gonna come to Raw, like, but then you like you know what maybe the club's going to SmackDown that way they reunite them there. But
Uh,
yeah, they just kept
they
them
decided to
there.
use the vacation guys to beat people up.
Yep,
Uh, I don't know.
exactly. Los
I don't know how that makes
Matadores.
any sense. I mean, all they're missing is El Torito.
That's it.
So I don't know. Those guys, to me, they can try whatever they want. It's not gonna work for me.
Yeah, it's just nah. You already know, like it's just nothing. They
We
ain't
know
gonna
who you
work.
are. We know who you were. It's not gonna change how I perceive you.
Yeah,
You know.
hmm
You've already
exactly.
had two gimmicks, Matadores, which you stole from Tito Santana, and Vacation guys.
The
You can
vacation
only change your
guys.
image so many times. Like once you start changing it all, the only guy that was able to do that and that actually worked was Godfather.
Yeah, that's
He went
true.
from Papa Shango to Kama Mustafa to Godfather to I don't know what else,
The Good
to the Good
Father.
Father, and it's like that's the only guy where I'm like, this guy can like literally like be like a chameleon.
Yeah, yeah.
But these dudes, like, it's just another gimmick. Now they're wearing jeans.
Right?
I'm like,
That's right. G's in there, no shirt.
what is this? Like now you're supposed to be street brawlers or what?
Street
Come on,
thugs.
like that's a joke.
Straight from Puerto Rico.
I don't know. It's just get rid of the tag team. I'm sorry. I would much rather see Aiden English sing than this garbage.
Shit. That's saying something
And the
too.
last thing I want to talk about is the weirdest thing that happened on SmackDown.
Is this what you wanted to
Yeah,
talk to me about?
this
You
is what
said?
I want to
Alright.
talk to you about. It was really weird. I was like, what am I supposed to make out of this? It was the Lana promo.
Oh, yeah.
What does that even mean? Like coming
Is she just, is it just a regular promo or is she promoting the promo as a wrestler? I don't even know.
like what
Yeah.
she's doing, dancing in the videos. I'm gonna sound like Suge Knight right now. Come to the East Coast. No, come to Death, bro. It's
Coming death
like I don't
row.
understand. I don't get it. Like coming soon. Okay, Rusev's coming soon too, but does this mean that she's coming by
Yeah.
herself? Uh,
That's what I thought. It made it seem like she's like, she's coming solo, or she's gonna be introduced as, now not come with Rusev. She's gonna be introduced as like someone else, not someone else, but like just
is she gonna
separately.
wrestle?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because in the video, it doesn't look like she's ready for wrestling. In the video, it looks
No,
like she's stripping. Like, what's going on here? Like, what is this? And it's the same moves over and over again. It's like, did you guys hit rewind and
right? And
play
play
again?
again.
Like, I don't get it. And it went on for a long time, dude.
Well, for a while, that was definitely like okay. Like at first, I thought, oh, Rusev's coming. Okay, Rusev and Lana, and then they make a separate package for Lana. I was like,
So
okay.
I was completely confused. And another thing that went into my head was is this Emelina all over again? Please don't do this to us again.
Oh yeah, this is, like coming soon is gonna be like 8 months or a year. It's gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
I hope it's not that
Well,
long.
I can't confirm it, but I heard that Rusev is injured. So it might be a while before we see those two. Or maybe she is coming by herself if he is injured.
Yeah, she pretty much may get like a head
I
start.
felt like they traded Rusev for Apollo Cruz. I think that was a fair deal. I think that's what that was.
I think Rusev's a big addition to SmackDown
You
though.
like it?
Yeah. Well, SmackDown definitely got a better deal because Apollo Crews is nothing. Like he gets no reaction. So and
That's
Rusev,
true.
is definitely somebody. So it's big time,
You're
big
right.
time.
So well, the podcast will come to a close now. The visitors are now a couple minutes away. Either way, we seem to have hit our time anyway. So,
Yes.
no music this time. Special edition, early in the morning. It's only 10 o'clock, and we've been at it for an hour and 20 minutes. So, whoever makes it this far, congratulations. You get a
Once
cookie for
again,
that. You know. Uh, next week,
cookie. Just send us your address.
I will probably be over there. I'm not sure yet. Not 100%. But any last words before I wrap it up? Because
Yes. Just anyone out there, make sure to watch Shibata versus Okada. They had one of the best matches of the year, and then some people said the best match of the year. And yes, people did think it was better than Okada versus Kenny. And I wouldn't argue with you if someone were to say that because I loved it, and it was such a great match, and I've seen it twice already, and it's just definitely worth it. A lot of people thought the storytelling was better, and just every overall just better. And I just like I said, I can't complain. Like I'm tied between those two. I don't even know what my match of the year is going to be. It's probably going to be for the first time I'm going to choose two matches as match of the year because those are really amazing. So if you have New Japan World, or I don't know if they upload it on Vimeo or YouTube, whatever, we'll definitely watch it. And yeah,
So there you have it, guys. Check it out. Whenever this guy tells you to check out a match, it's usually worth it. I don't really watch the Japanese stuff or the NXT or the 205 stuff, but whenever he gives me a match, I check it out and I definitely come away thinking that I didn't waste my time. It's not like watching Aiden English sing some songs in the middle of the ring. So, and anyways, until next time, make it do what it does. Uh, you know what
yes,
to say,
sir.
Larry. You say it every week, and say it now.
Goodbye and good
We
night.
out. Peace out. Lates.